pose for a pretty little picture. Hit the nightcap with the new mister, but you're falling flat on your confidence.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 21 of the DrewCast. I'm your host, Melo15. The song you guys are actually listening to is by Tommy Joe and Jay Fitty. Pretty Picture, guys. Song is, bro, you guys killed it, guys. So everybody go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'm actually sipping on some Chardonnay to this song, so yeah, but yeah, no. It's a great song, guys. I think I've told you this before. Obviously, Jay Fitty fucking kills the rap. But Tommy, bro, you have a fire voice. So you two, has there ever, so Justin, correct me if I'm wrong, but has there ever been like a, I don't want to say like a, besides Jay-Z and Beyonce, is there like a couple that's like a, like artists together that like came, like, is there like a artist that's like, they're known for being that, like a couple? They could be the first, bro. They could be the first on some Jay-Z and Beyonce type shit. That's literally what I see. That's how fire you guys are. They deserve it, bro. Like that's, they put in the work. I actually, and I tell Jay, I think the last time I saw Jay Fitty, I actually told him like, bro, your energy is fucking out of this world, dude. Like when you know, like when you talk to somebody and you just know that like they just like, you can tell they have like this genuine energy. He's
cool
one
house,
of,
dude.
Yeah, he's one of those people, dude. So starting off tonight, this is gonna be a weird one. Well, not a weird one, but like, you know, for sure, people are probably very half and half on this one. Did you get a chance? So the funny thing is, Justin, when Delia dropped his like, I don't want to say his response video. I don't know, maybe apology video. When he dropped it, I saw the timestamp and it said 23 hours ago. And I'm like, how the fuck did I go 23 hours without seeing this? Because, you know, no one sent me the link. No one, like, posted it. Like, I didn't hear anything on social media about it. So I was like, oh, okay. I ended up watching it before I sent it to you guys. And I think that's the best way he could have handled it, actually. I don't know if you saw it, but if you did, like, that, how else do you handle that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you... He's right. Like if he was to respond like the next day, the next week after the allegations, or even a month later, people would have crucified him. He waited a year. People are like, "Why did you wait so long?" And people, it's like you can't win. You literally can't win. So I think Chris did the best thing he could have done. I think what people need to realize, to be for sure, is that like we're stuck in like the social media society where like the court of public opinion matters more than the actual court of law. And it's not like the court of law is like definitive, right? Like they don't get stuff right all the time, right? Everybody knows that. Like they historically like bombed the Brock Turner case. So there's a lot of cases where like the law isn't really in our favor, right? But I think with this one, you have to look at it like, hey, there's no charges. He didn't get charged or anything, right? There was no charges brought forth. Like no one's been arrested, no one's been investigated like that. And I think at this point we just gotta, I don't want to say take his word. But yeah, at this point, yeah, you just gotta take someone's word, bro. Like if, you know what I mean? Like if someone says like, hey, all the relationships I was in are consensual and they're legal, you know, and no charges are being brought up for this person. There's not like any like crazy damning evidence towards you being a predator. Like, bro, like I think what he got caught in was he even said it in the video. He's super rich, super famous at the time, right? One of the biggest comedians in the world at that time. He said any show he went to after there was like 50 fucking DMs. What are you gonna do? I'm not saying like every famous guy, I'm not saying like every famous guy has to cheat, right? And every famous guy doesn't have to, have.
I mean, he wasn't cheating like 100% of those interactions, but some of them was
cheating on his fiance.
Yeah.
Even like, let's take the cheating out of it, okay? So, let's say most of it was just him reaching out to girls after the show, whatever. He's rich, he's gonna get free sex whenever. He claims all of them that he actually ended up pursuing were illegal and consensual. He even says like, hey, I have an addiction. I have an addiction to this type of stuff. Which is, back when you're a kid, is that a thing? I don't know. Do you think it's weird when people say they have like an addiction to sex? Like isn't everybody kind of in a way like addicted? I mean, I'm actually very curious to see how his former friends like talk about it, I know for one, Whitney Cummings, she ended up taking him. She did an episode with him basically. I think his episode. So she has a podcast called Good for You, right?
She just did one with him recently.
No. So in the beginning of her podcast, like, career type thing, I think it was like the second episode or the third episode. It was Chris D'Elia, and then when that whole allegations came out, she took that episode literally off YouTube. She like distanced herself. Like people were like, comedian Whitney Cummings is very upset with her. You know what I mean? Like, so there was a bunch of people who like were probably happy to see Chris being like. A lot of it probably came from comics who aren't as big either. I mean, is that surprising? No. I mean, a lot of comics were probably waiting for his downfall. Which a lot of them, a lot of them should be kind of scared because if this can happen to him, it can happen to any one of you, bro. Like. I told Emily the other day, like, people treat famous people so weird, right? Like, for instance, right? Let's say me and you, okay? Let's say, let's say I have the same problem as Chris D'Elia, like literally, Justin, right? Like, I'm like fucking hella girls. I'm in my DMs with hella girls, and me and Emily have a kid, whatever. And then it comes to light, whatever. Like, I'm not getting canceled. Right, I'll probably deal with it in house, and like as a family, we'll move forward with something. But with rich and famous people, like people just like the second they do something wrong, like for instance, like if you make fun of somebody, the whole internet's like you're body shaming somebody, you're making fun of somebody. But like in real life, that actually happens. Like when we are with our friends and stuff, we actually make fun of people. Everybody does it, dude. And if everybody's like, well, not everybody does it. Okay, well, a good majority of people, when they're on their own or they're with their friends, you guys make fun of people. But when a celebrity does it, it's like, that's not right. This isn't allowed. It's like, what? But you know what I'm saying? Like, we treat celebrities way different. Maybe my analogy wasn't good right there. Maybe that's not a good analogy, but it is kind of like weird how, like a celebrity has sex with a lot of women. And then he's getting canceled. But what about your baby daddy or your baby mama who fucks other people? And she still gets to have a job. You know what I mean? Like, people legit have baby mamas who fuck hella people. And then they're like, oh, but Chris D'Elia should be canceled. It's like, oh, hey, I don't want the person with like, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. But yeah, I watched it. I'm going to give him a chance. There was nothing. Now, it would be different if charges got pressed and there was more damning evidence. I wouldn't be supporting him. I'd be like, hey, bro, that sucks. Like, you were a good comedian, but like, I can't condone what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I can't condone this. So you just have to. I think that's
what it kind of comes down to, is whether or not it was illegal. Because you could, when it comes to like morally wrong stuff, that's just all perspective.
Yeah,
I don't even. I'm not obviously a fucking like professor, so I can't really tell you like the absolutes of everything. But like, it's all, what you might think is morally wrong, someone else might think is not morally wrong, whether that be something sexual, whether that be something physical, whether like that anything. Be anything. Like literally anything is all perspective. So if he didn't do anything like illegal, then you shouldn't be trying to like make it so he can't have a job, so he can't support his family, so he can't be a comedian. And,
when this happened, COVID was just happening.
Yeah.
The lockdowns. He had just had a kid with his fiance. Like, dude, who else could have, like, not many people survived that. Who survives that mentally? I think he should just move forward. Like, no matter what he does, his comment sections are always going to get filled with that type of like, you're a predator, you support a predator. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, people, you know what I mean? Like, you're always going to get that, dude. You're always going to get that. Remember you said something about, you told me about, you watched the episode where Tim Dillon was doing like the Logan Paul podcast. And he basically said, bro, like, you're going to get hated no matter what, dude. No matter what you do, there's always going to be people who are always like, it's those people that like, we all do certain things in real life, right? But if a celebrity does it, it's a cancel.
Yeah, they want them to be like the perfect human being. It's just not possible.
There's not a possible. Like, in my life right now, is there anybody that you know, Dustin, besides like our grandma? My grandma's probably the closest person to being perfect. And she would even say she's not perfect. That's what someone who's perfect would say, though. By the way, you know what I mean? Like, someone who's perfect would be like, oh, I'm not perfect. Okay, perfect. People who are like humble and shit, like, but But yeah, comment below, guys, if you guys do, like, if you're not gonna, cool. But like at this point, it's like, come on, Chris, dude, like you're not gonna ever escape. You're not gonna escape it, dude. You told us your side. You did it a year later. Because if you would have done it a month later, people would have hounded you. You do it a year later, people like you waited too long. If you do it a day later, it's like, hey, that was fast. So, okay. Yeah, moving on. There's a documentary, by the way, on Netflix. It's about the Cecil Hotel. And I binge watched it, by the way, like I always do. Shout out to Netflix, too, because a lot of these other streaming apps, bro, they do it episode by episode. Yeah, I don't got time for that. I literally don't have time to wait till next week. Like, I hate when Disney Plus does that. Oh, I gotta wait next week to find out if fucking Grogu gets saved. Like, I don't want to... Dude, what? Right? But anyways, I watched it. It brought back a lot of memories. Because it was a lot of... It is about Elisa Lam and just about the hotel in general. But I remember when we lived at Club Palisades, Justin, I remember... So, I would go on YouTube, okay? But I never remember going onto this part of YouTube until this time. Like, I remember it was, obviously we have a friend named Alan, and I think his girlfriend at the time, her name was Sam, right? Am I wrong? He was in, anyways, doesn't matter. But she showed us in your room. I remember we were in your room, Justin, and she showed us on the computer the Elisa Lam video. And I remember just sitting there like, I was hella scared. I was like, what, bro? This is crazy. And like, you see her in the elevator doing like, like this and pushing all the buttons, and it was like freaky. You're like, what? And like, that was probably one of the first times I remember getting into that side of YouTube. Like, mysteries and serial killers and disappearances like that. That's probably still to this day one of the most popular, like, missing person cases that I can think of. The Elisa Lam one went mad viral. So some takeaways from the documentary on Netflix. I find it very, well, not funny, but the manager at the time of the Cecil Hotel, I don't even know if it's Cecil or Cecil or people,
Cecil.
But in the documentary, there was so many people who said it a different way. It was actually kind of funny. Someone's like, I came to the Cecil. It's like, it's Cecil. It's Cecil, dude. But yeah, the manager had like this weird attitude. It was like, she almost had like this attitude that I don't get why people don't like it here. I just don't get why it has a bunch of bad reviews. Maybe because someone was found dead. Or maybe because serial killers used to stay here. Like, okay, come to find out Richard Ramirez used to stay there, bro. While he was in the middle of doing his crime spree. Bro, people said, listen, you probably saw this in the documentary, but people said he would literally come back from killing people, take his bloody clothes off, and walk through the entrance like basically naked. And no one would say anything because that's how normal it was there. So when the manager's like, oh, wow, I don't know why why is there bad reviews? Maybe because serial killers live here. How about that one, dude? But yeah, I didn't like her attitude. I mean, I get it. She was trying to like be positive and like, oh, I loved this place. And it's like, well, at least someone does. At least someone does. And you hear the history of it. And basically, back in the day, I believe it's the 20s. I'm not trying to spread information, but I believe it was constructed a while ago, and it cost $1 million back in the day. Can you imagine what $1 million was back in the day in like the 20s, 30s? A lot of money.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
It's like barely a house now.
Yeah, so I didn't really know this till the documentary, but I guess the hotel is located in Skid Row, and we all know Skid Row is notorious in LA. That's where all the homeless people basically congregate. Well, not all of them, but it's like and I heard in the documentary that Skid Row is basically like the reason all the homeless people get dropped off there or like get sent there is because almost all the places that help homeless people are like ironically located there. As if LA is like trying to separate the homeless from other people. They said that in the documentary, that it feels like the LA is just trying to separate the homeless people. Maybe they should do that for Federal Way, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, that's disgusting. But yeah, so you watch the documentary, and I don't think I thought this back in the day, but like when you watch the video of Elisa Lam, like in the elevator, it seems like she's on drugs. Like that's the only way, when you watch that, that's the only explanation to me that rationalizes this behavior and like just the way she was looking out and, You know, and everybody fucking hyper-analyzed the video like, oh, there was someone outside. That was an annoying part about the documentary, by the way. Everybody had some type of conspiracy theory. Was she a government worker? Was she, you know, like there was somebody who said that. That did she work for the government to spread tuberculosis?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's what the government's doing. The government said, hey, we're going to put you in the Cecil Hotel and you're going to spread tuberculosis to everybody. Right? Like, some people don't think when they speak, bro. So that's what happened? Or people like the ghost of Richard Ramirez. It's like, bro, come on. Like, I like conspiracy theories too, and it's all fun and games, but like, bro, some of the things that these people were saying, like, come on, dude. And like, you know what? The one thing they never did, they never once questioned the hotel about why the video was edited. Maybe they did, but they didn't show it in the documentary. That blonde bitch who was the manager, did she say why the video was edited?
No, they do towards the end, I think.
Okay, so what did they say?
They said that it wasn't the hotel that edited it. It was the police department that did that.
So the hotel gave them the raw footage.
Yeah, there's raw footage out there.
And then the police department edited it.
Yeah, for whatever fucking reason.
I wonder why.
I don't think they said why.
Well, they try to spin it as if like, oh, the police department
is covering up.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, the police department slowed down the video. The police department didn't know what they released, right? Because when the case didn't get worldwide attraction until the LAPD released it on their website, which when they did, that's when like everybody went. And obviously, when you release. Bro, if they edited it purposely, like, you know, they slowed it down to make her look more like demonic or whatever, can you not say that's not genius? In a way, like, it's fucked up, but like...
No, they explained that. They said that they slowed it down because, like, when you're reviewing footage, you know, it's easier to catch small details that way.
When you slow it down. Okay, that makes sense. Little did they know, like, by them slowing the footage down, it kind of made it look more scary. Kind of makes it look like there's other things at play here. So another thing too that me and Emily I was fucking I almost said magusted. I was almost magusted over this one, but when there was guests at the hotel who were like drinking her corpse water, that German guy and his wife, like they were being interviewed. He's like, I brushed my teeth and I took a shower and I drank the water. You drank corpse water, my guy. That's what happened. Can you imagine? Like, oh, hey, honey, the water tastes kind of shit. The water tastes like a corpse. It kind of is like a corpse.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah,
the water kind of tastes like a dead body.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
Hold up. Hey.
How do you know that? Have you seen that cooking? Have you seen that cooking show by Andrew Zimmer?
No.
Where he's like, you know, like he'll do those things like he was like this, or he'll like try something and he goes like, wow, the food's really exquisite. It has an earthy undertone.
No.
Can you imagine someone drinking the water? It's like, wow, this has like a really corpse undertone. It kind of tastes like a body's been fermenting in the water tank for 19 days. Like, wow, you know? Oh, cool. Thank you, bro. Like,
It's been fermenting in a while.
Sorry, like it sounds disrespectful. No offense, but like that's kind of what the guy was like talking like. It's like, yeah, buddy. You drank a goddamn corpse, and not only that, then everybody was getting tested for tuberculosis. The crazy thing that the test that they gave people, bro, was called Lam Elisa. It's just her name reversed, bro.
Yeah.
What? God, and then like the fucking, I don't know if you saw this part of the documentary, but like they were trying to say some guy on YouTube named Morbid did it.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and then remember he makes a response video with the mask on. I am innocent. You're not innocent, dude. No, now you're not innocent. Yeah, I told Emily that. The second we watch it, this guy gets on camera with the mask on. I am Morbid and I am innocent. Yeah, bro. Someone who's innocent, Morbid, doesn't do what you just did. They don't have videos with Ted Bundy in the background and fucking the Black Dahlia. That's you know what I mean?
Did you not see the episode where he like explains himself?
I'm on the last episode right now. I think I have like 30 minutes left. Oh damn! I guess I should have watched. I should have watched the full thing before talking about it. But I watched enough.
Yeah, no, he explains himself and why he's innocent. I guess he like tried to kill himself over it too, so that was kind of fucked.
Damn, he tried to kill him. Why?
Like he tried to, but
because people were
like it just got too overwhelming for him. And he like knew he was innocent, and like he wasn't even in the country when it happened, and like he had proof of that. So like just like the internet trolls, that would suck, bro. Imagine killing yourself and you were innocent. But
imagine killing yourself in general, but but like, yeah, like you're innocent, and then it's just like, fuck, dude. Well, yeah, because like, remember I was telling you like everybody in this case was like a Facebook detective. Like if you speed the thing down, it's like, okay, I get it. People were concerned, right? And I'm not even making fun of that, right? Whatever. But like, people were concerned. And then everybody just started talking about Richard Ramirez's ghost, and maybe she was a federal informant giving everybody tuberculosis, and it's like, come on, bro, come on. Like they were like dissecting her Tumblr and like, see, she has bipolar. Yeah, that probably played a part in it, dude. Is it bad to say this and that maybe she just had an episode? Maybe she was on something. Maybe she has had a bad episode and like things got out of hand, bro. That's
what they concluded.
Yeah, but then people were mad when the autopsy report came out. There was no drugs in her system other than the pain, like her medication for her mental health. That's the only thing that was in her body, and they said it was a low dosage, that it wasn't even the right amount that she should have been taking. And then that guy, the very next scene, I just don't believe that. What do you not believe, buddy? You know what I mean? They want it to be something else. I mean, at the time, yeah, when this first came out, yeah, creepy, yep. Did the video look bad? Yep. Was it weird that, like, they had a fucking sniffer dog go all the way to the roof? And, like, they literally... they said in the documentary that they saw the hatch open. And they didn't do anything. The guy goes, why didn't my corpse dog find anything? They you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, and then like they go through each room. Remember the manager and the cops go through each room? It's like, oh, this used to be Richard Ramirez's room. It just seemed like everybody like made it into something it's not. You know, so maybe they should just get rid of that hotel. And then they try to do like that sneaky thing where they turn it into two. You know, like the stay on Main.
Oh, yeah.
And then like they charge people more because they don't know it's actually the Cecil Hotel. And it's just like, God, dude, like how garbage was that? I don't know. That blonde lady, though, really pissed. Like, she was, like, the one thing in this documentary that's pissed me off, dude. She just seemed like she had hella excuses for everything. You know, like, oh, I don't understand why everybody gives us bad ratings. It's like, stop giving people corpse water, then. How about that? All right? Can you imagine brushing your teeth? First of all, I don't even know what that's like. But second of all, can you imagine just doing that? Nah, actually, I brush my teeth. I don't want people to think I don't brush my teeth, but can you imagine like just going to brush your teeth and it's like, wow, is that a tooth? Wow, is that a toenail? Why did that get in there? It's like, oh, hey, Mom, why does the water like have butthole hair everywhere? Can you I can't imagine drinking out of that, dude. And are they allowed to sue? Why did no one sue them?
I think maybe they tried. I don't remember.
I bet the hotel had one and no part of that shit. We're not responsible if people drink corpse water. Yeah, comment below, guys. If you've seen the documentary, let me know. I thought it was fascinating, obviously, and obviously it's tragic how Elisa Lam died, obviously, but it's like, fuck, dude. Like, a lot of it kind of just highlighted how people can take one thing and it's like they go to, is it aliens, monsters, the federal government, tuberculosis? It's like, God, dude. I do want to touch on Gina Carano. So Gina Carano had an interview with Ben Shapiro. I did speak about Gina Carano last week. I really, really liked the interview. I did. It has over 2 million views. She actually was the #1 rated actress, Justin, on IMDb. You know what that is, IMDb? How? Right? That's how much, you know what I mean? So crazy. Good. Congrats to you, Gina. I'm glad you got a job with Daily Wire. And a lot of people don't like Daily Wire, but it's like, hey, were you guys willing to give her a job? Nope. Okay, then I'm getting a job with the Daily Wire. One of the things that she talked about was like Lucasfilm tried to put her on a Zoom call with 40 people. You know, like LGBTQ. I'm sorry. I'm not taking that phone call. She's right. She was absolutely right for not doing that Zoom call. I'm going to talk to 40 people about what? About what? You know what I mean? About what? When she got fired, they didn't call her and tell her. She found out on social media. And now, bro, if you look at it, Justin, we'll look at it later. If you go on the Star Wars YouTube channel, The actual Star Wars YouTube, every video is ratioed to shit now, dude. Almost every video that I clicked on has hella dislikes. How do you fuck this up if you're Disney and Lucas? How do you fuck Star Wars up like this, bro? You know what I mean? How do you take the biggest IP in the world and completely split your fan base in two? It's like, bro, like what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are doing, they're just trying to make Star Wars, bro. That's all those two are trying to do, right? It doesn't matter about whose race, whose gender, identity politics, virtue signaling. It doesn't matter. They make good Star Wars, right? Right? So you can't say like, oh, their show doesn't have women in it. Gina Carano, fucking Rosario Dawson, Pedro Pascal. It has a bunch of different people from... They're not focused on that. They just make good content. It seems like the rest of Disney just does not give a shit. That's all they want to do is just fucking who's this and who's that. It's like, bro, no wonder you guys' videos are getting ratioed to shit. That's no wonder it's getting ratioed to shit. Bro, when I open up a Star Wars comic book or I read a Star Wars movie, what the last thing I'm looking for is if someone's a female or someone's a black person. That's the last fucking thing I'm looking for when I watch a Star Wars movie. Because when I grew up, I'd put on Star Wars, Princess Leia, Lando Calrissian, a goddamn Wookiee, right? Or the prequels, Mace Windu. There were, I mean, obviously, like, Jango Fett was like an Islander, I'm assuming. So it's not like, bro, it's not like Star Wars has never had different races and gender, okay? But when I click on, Star Wars, I'm trying to get away from, like, reality, right? It's a planet, it's a galaxy far, far away. There's different aliens, different type of humans. Anyways, I liked Gina's interview. And if you guys haven't watched it, click it below. Yep. And then let me know what you think, actually, by the way. Yeah, let me know what you think. But yeah, so I got a couple more things we're going to run by. So, Avatar: The Last Airbender animated theatrical film begins production this year with the OG creators attached. Nickelodeon will expand The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra universe with new animated shows and movies. I am pumped, bro. I am pumped. Emily got me into the show, both shows, during the initial lockdown. I fell in love, bro. Who doesn't like Aang and Prince Zuko? And who doesn't like Legend of Korra? I mean, bro, those shows are amazing. They're absolutely phenomenal. Bro, if you haven't, Justin, you should try to watch The Last Airbender. I know it'll probably be difficult for you because you don't really watch stuff like that. But that could be something you and Avery watch together. Bro, that show is amazing. Not only do I think parents like it, but like definitely Avery's going to fucking like The Last Airbender, dude. And obviously The Legend of Korra. I know people were mad because like when Korra, like the last episode, she goes to like the spirit realm and like she's like holding hands with a girl. Parents got mad about that. You know, parents like, why did you show my two daughters holding hands? You know what I mean? Why did you can't show my kids two girls holding hands? Oh no, but my kids can also watch me have a coke habit. It's the same parents, Justin. It's the same parents. You're gonna show my kids two girls holding hands, but you also show your kids your husband beating you at home. So, you know, I hate when people say that, bro. I absolutely hate when parents do that. But, like, who cares if two girls are kissing? I don't know any fucking man who cares. On God, I don't know any man who cares. But, yeah, I'm super pumped. I wonder what the film's going to be. Now, if they do a series that takes place in between Airbender and Korra, which would be, like, Aang growing older and, like, Zuko finding his mom, fire, dude. I'm down. I'm down. Then I'm going to end off tonight. I'm going to end off with Meme of the Week. Just going to put it a quick here. So this one means a lot to me because this right here. Okay, so the whole, and I'm going to put it up right here. The whole time growing up, society would be like, adult men shouldn't play video games. And then, you know, obviously adult men don't care what you think. Yeah. Yeah, you know, especially me and your generation, Dustin, the whole time growing up, you're playing too many video games. That's not a real career. You can't make anything of yourself. Now there's millionaire kids playing video games. There's a lot of kids making buku bank, off streaming. So were the boomers wrong? Yeah. Was the generation after boomers wrong? Yeah. They were. Bro, remember last week, it's the same people, bro, who say too much internet will rot your brain, right? But then they post a meme on Facebook talking about how Trump is the QAnon savior and he's going to save us from the pedophiles. Like, no. Yeah, it's those same people, bro. This pisses me off, bro, because like you, Bryderson, you have fun playing video games. Like, you play video games with our friends a lot. They do too. Like, it's like, why would you shame somebody for having fun? Like,
you did another meme about that not too long ago.
It's like you're shaming people. I get it. Like, if you're a grown adult, right? You're not working. You're not paying any bills. You're just being a fucking bum. You're sitting at home playing video games all day, getting high, eating Taco Bell. Bro, if that's what you are, then yeah, people are going to get mad and they're going to try to want you to do better for yourself, right? But if I work or I take care of my kids or everything's good at home, you shouldn't give a goddamn fuck what video game I play. Why don't you worry about your girlfriend cheating on you? How about that one? A lot of people are so judgmental. So you make money doing what? Video games? Yeah, it's easy.
Real job?
Yeah, it's easy to say that when your 9 to 5 is flipping chicken nuggets. Oh, it's easy to say that when your 9 to 5 is cleaning up shit for a living, right? And I'm not even dogging people who do that. But it's always somebody with a jealousy problem. It's always somebody who's like, you know what? You know, like when people watch football games, just to know, if I was on that football field, I would have won the Super Bowl. Well, guess what, asswipe? You're not on the football field. You're not in my position to make money playing video games. So what are you talking about? I know a lot of people have counter arguments to this. Well, my son plays video games all day and he doesn't do a goddamn thing. There's always going to be a counter argument to what I'm saying. And a lot of that counter argument is going to come from people who are older than me. Bro, I would rather, this is the truth, I would rather my kid play video games all day than be a gangbanger. I would rather my kid play video games all day than go to frat parties and rape women. Or be a drug addict or an alcoholic and get people killed. Bro, I would rather my kid play video games than be some weird homophobic like person on the streets that works a 9 to 5 at a fucking like a Wendy somewhere. What? People would rather have their kids, Justin, work at Ace Hardware than try to be a millionaire at video games. Like, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, dude. Oh, my kid, your kid plays video games? Well, my kid's a coke dealer. Oh, my kid is a gangbanger. Actually, he's from a Crip set. It's like, bro, what are we doing here? When are parents gonna? It's so, you know. Do you find it weird, right? It's weird, dude. It's super weird. People are gonna get hella mad. You don't understand the streets. You don't understand. I don't want to understand, dog. I want to understand money. That's what I want to understand. Because that other shit people talk about, that gets you nowhere. That literally gets you nowhere.
So, like, the only thing that I would say is, like, if you're putting off real life productivity to play video games, then yeah, that's an issue. But if you have free time, let's say you have 10 hours of free time and you choose to spend all 10 hours of those free times playing, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, me either. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either.
If it's like, hey, you know, we have no food in the fridge because all you do is play video games, then yeah,
that's a problem.
But if like there's, you know, if everything's good and like this is what you do in your free time, then
I know people aren't gonna. A lot of people probably won't agree with this, man. And you know what, dude? I just don't care anymore, man. I don't. I literally gotta stop playing the middle ground here. The middle ground also gets you nowhere. It does. The middle ground also gets you nowhere. You see what we're doing now, right? What we're doing now. A lot of people would say, "Oh, bro, get a real career. Why don't you become a manager?"
I know, but you are doing this in our free time. We're not fucking off something to like sit here and do this. This is what me and you do in our downtime.
I know, but the cool thing about this has the potential to blow everybody out the water. It does. I'm not gonna lie no more and say that this doesn't have the potential to blow everybody out the water. When you are focused on something and you're passionate about something, right? You can tell, like, fuck, this guy's super passionate about this. This guy is super on point with this. You start to understand, like, hey, what I'm doing here is kind of like what these video game players are doing. It's like, and you mentioned it, the free time. Yeah, I'm doing this on my free time when I don't have to. My free time should be just, you know, But you see what I'm saying? Like, if you're stagnant with your free time and all you do is just sit at home and sleep, like, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere just being like that on your free time. You have to apply yourself, and you have to work hard at something. How can you know what pisses me off about a lot of people who do play video games or want to be pros or they want to do anything with music or podcasting? Bro, why am I not famous? Hey, why am I not famous in my hometown? But I don't put in the work. I don't put out weekly or daily content. I just sit back and yap, and then I get mad that I'm not famous. You know, the people who literally don't put work into anything, and then they sit there and say, why am I not where this person's at? Well, maybe you should start working towards that, bro. Stop complaining. What do you do? Like, stop complaining. Like, the people who are like, hey, I want to be a pro gamer, but I'm not going to invest in the good mic, the good headset. You know, I'm not going to invest in myself. Well, if you don't invest in yourself, you're not going to get anywhere. But yeah, the whole point of this meme was like, society's hella weird with that, and I'm not with that shit. I'm not with it. But yeah, comment below, guys. What is your opinion on adults playing video games? And if you're an adult who plays video games, just let me know. So maybe we can have a little good roasting session. But yeah. So tonight, to end tonight's episode, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to somebody. I was supposed to do it last week, and I totally spaced. So I apologize, Ron. So I have a good friend of mine, Ronald, and obviously subscriber of the show. He wanted me to give a shout out to one of his friends who he served with, and the YouTube channel is called Semivision, and there's a website called, I think the website is called Semivision. Yeah, if you guys, I'm super big on like supporting vets. I'm super big on like just supporting anybody in general, and Ronald is a really good friend of mine, and if this guy is important to Ronald, he's important to me. So I'm going to leave a link in the description. We can even put a picture up right here of the YouTube channel if you guys are interested in supporting this man. I'm going to subscribe right after this show's done. And yeah, I think it's great, Ronald, actually, that you showed me this guy's channel, because a lot of the times people who have served in the military, or just people who they come home and they probably suffer a lot. And by that, you know, PTSD or just suffer in general. A lot of people who come home from like serving in the military, they're probably scared, like, hey, what's the next goal in my life? What's the next step? I think it's great. I think it's amazing that this guy made a YouTube channel and a website. It's awesome. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna support. You guys should too. And sorry, Ronald, like I said, I was supposed to do it last week, but I totally spaced, man. It was my fault. I you know me, bro. I don't like going against my word. So yeah, and like I said, guys, hit that like button on Semi's videos and give him a shout out or give him a look. So that'll conclude tonight's episode, guys. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps me out a lot. And until next time, peace.